Abusafo ensem yesi ensem bi akoso ane eni ntina ya base ise yanso ya de sansem na eba besom no wada ma ebekọ ni akwa akọhwe video no ane ye bekọ ni akwa akọhwe na wo hwe no so na so ache wadwen or comment section message say obe ma comment ehun atiamam despite everything information ahodo a wo video ni nya message so adarima anse mekọ akọhwe no wuni di kwa so nya subscribe ya na wa click or subscribe button so e di amam uya feel free so beche wadwen e comment section honom e di amam no like video no share mo foforo so enye binhwe na onte nsema e koso e wo Ghana ha sei no yenko ni yenko hwe video no mbra
to the economy nana se bebie no ma so a ebe o ya Ghana for beka se o sika nipa wiawia ene ye gusu wia se enu yetimi si anu nko a
omu wia o
ke yanse ke beko IMF na se kan ka ye si NPP aban ko an kan ye ke beka se o ane ye ntu om no nko na wo hwe all the past administrations NDC NPP say ntokwa omoko no say who is more corrupt
one area be brepa
na I want to be we say na wo so ba no na wo so corruption file ni we so corruption file ana mo mi anu nyina mo nko no bi a watimi asine book aka say I've never been corrupt, I'm not corrupt, and I will never be corrupt. Mitimi simu bo nega na police abetima kasa now is what the one who say is zero tolerance for corruption.
Almost Akuffo Addo the same thing.
Hey, me twin be jina nya no mo bia o. Me sramo. Me come asem. Ana me sramo. Enti ana first one who say so we share me chapter on corruption. Enya say I say wo kwa ka say me that I will never be corrupt no. The first thing is say wo we leader no. You must have the political will and the courage to ensure, say, people around you that they have no room and opportunity to continue remaining around you if
they engage in corrupt practice.
Was
it demonstrate leadership of personal integrity and political will to fight corruption and take decisive action against politically exposed persons involved in corruption-related activities?
That
is not what we are seeing today.
Corruption was them. When you have a government, both within the government officials and outside, these cases of corruption and can want them. And no say back and forth, wake up. And I'm going to say, and people in Kwansemo. NDC Braswa, the same thing. So it means that either of the two parties, one more record on corruption, it cannot be defended. It is almost twice bio either of them. Ama akosi saying, so what I say. Number two, they have not been able to deal with corruption. And he said, even if the leaders themselves and corrupter. The legislation to deal with corruption. And no also bet me a critical problem. And notice how say as a lawyer or even when you're a lawyer, the provisions in so many enactments. I see dealing with corruption.
What you said 1960 Act 25.
You can understand why there's a problem.
Okay.
Office of Special Prosecutor.
Okay.
Let's go deal with corruption. Yoko si will deal with corruption. Śècrètç si will deal with corruption. Once an answer, same people Office of the Special Prosecutor, I say, or cite will be for corruption or investigating. A drew Yoko say, or no there, won't any corruption, it will be him. And TM from call back. What the business and you from Śècrètç. So on the major. The issue is that, say, when you have different laws with different perspectives on what is corruption, it's not a problem. And me say we will isolate all provisions in respect of corruption. Just a mrabia as a deal with corruption. Yengi and free some random na yankan so that we can have one legislation, law on corruption. They say, we be the definition of corruption.
Oko at 29 more a different definition.
But be all local law
or also different.
Yes, we go away, ma. And she says, yeah, Kase, we need one legislation for that. And no such legislation now. You see, okay, in the third point, amend
the constitution to establish and appoint an anti-corruption Caesar with independent
anti-corruption czar.
Okay. With independent prosecutorial authority separate from that of the Attorney General.
And no church mukakra. Special prosecutor. Or no to me any authority award to prosecute cases in respect of corruption. Derived from the authority of the Attorney General.
Right.
And in the Constitution, yes, it's supposed to be an independent constitutional body, but technically it's not. If it's only 2 minutes Attorney General.
So the independence is not there.
The independence is limited and constrained. And what we are saying is, this new legislation on corruption, the appointment of a son, the Kazan, I'm not from Pocan, say, Amega on corruption. Now, I say, or no do kasa a final. And also, the new legislation I may propose will give him the authority to prosecute anybody without resort to the Attorney General. Because on deriving the authority to prosecute, he doesn't derive that from the Attorney General. Now that independence alone means, he said, even the president, any government in power, may president, and I am saying, that independence of the son, obey me, prosecute me, I'm your president, enemy officials, I will have no.
You will have an amendment of the Constitution.
No right with the new legislation to be able to challenge his authority. It's any of us were completely independent. There should be also so. May say, review the Procurement Act. Ghana has say, open baby a corruption. Yetimi a hona ye nature corruption power from the Procurement Act. Government contracts. Laura, so who a private man now corruption is free and ever. Corruption, we a private man now who call project. Corruption, corruption do na every government contracts. I dare no yes $5. Na ubi say mayano $10. Na $5 no. So the government is paying $5 more for the same item. Now, and no make us say, and only the source, the major source, not the only source, but the major source of corruption they are. Number one source are a debate under the Government Procurement Act, and it's sole sourcing.